Peter Wright, double world champion collection. Been a long time coming since Peter won his title back in December, his second title, which was massive. Massive for him personally, massive for us as a company, and the journey we've been on. Today we're going to look at, he's got some new darts coming out, we've got a new surround, new shirt that I'm wearing, and we've got a new case, lots of new flights, shafts, points. So the collection is really comprehensive. We've designed it in line with Peter, and it's to celebrate his second world title. And Peter's always believed, yes, he was win at least 2 world titles. Our journey with Peter, as a lot of people know, started, pretty much 10 years ago. Phone call from Merv King, and he asked if we'd be interested in sponsoring a friend of his. And I asked who was that friend, is he any good? And Merv said, well, if he could find a set of darts, he'd win the world championship. And the rest is history, as they say. But has he found the right set of darts? We don't really know. We're still evolving all Peter's sets now. There are new sets, but what happens with Peter is there's an evolvement of them. So if we first take the first range we're looking at today, which is the double world champion gold edition, we've made some subtle changes to the original version, which was all gold. This now features a silver nose and rear back silver, not taper, sorry, rear, with 2 black rings, and they're to celebrate the 2 world titles. Now, the diamond grip, element grip, that Peter's used to such devastating form. He will come back to it, go away from it, come back to it, but he always seems to end up back with it because of something it does for his throw. Now, the element coating is something that we've worked on as a company well over 10 years. Pioneering, no other darts manufacturer can do it, and it offers something very, very different to what machining can just do and other coatings. And it's when we talk about darts, with professionals, and you hear about what they want. Their feel is more about traction. So it's more like the tyres of a Formula One car on the road under different conditions. And Peter's very sensitive to those different conditions. Is there a breeze? Is the temperature up? Is the temperature down? He practices and plays so much that his feel, if he doesn't feel slightly right and it feels he's got to manipulate his throw, he's not happy, and he'll look for what that perfection is. That's how Peter does it. So this gold coated dart, which he won the second world championship title with, this gold version and he also won the match play with it. This gives traction and feel that is not overly aggressive, but it has a softness with it and a delicate balance that you feel. And Peter holds the dart with 2 fingers and finger underneath. So he's not got a lot of finger in touch with the barrel. For myself, I'm more 2 or 3 fingers on the barrel. And to me, that feel is grip. It's not grippy, it's tacit, and it feels like you can control the release. So the version we've done as well, Peter obviously wants different versions. So we've looked at a black version as well. With your eyes shut, you can't tell the difference. When you throw them, you might notice a subtle difference. That's down to you and your throw. So there's different weights across each barrel, steel and soft tip in both versions. But the black version, I actually prefer the black version for me, visually in the board. And I also prefer the 20-gram barrel because it's a lot thinner. Now, Peter will vary his weight depending on the condition, but tends to settle back around 20, 21. So I think if you're currently throwing a 24, yes, you'll do well with that. But it does feel quite a bit thicker than the 20-gram version. So the element dart, evolution of where Peter has come from. If we look, probably going back about 5 years ago now, I think it was, don't quote me on it, Peter had moved to a parallel-shaped dart, which was just silver and ringed. He did okay with that dart. It's still a very good selling dart, but he wanted to push the boundaries. So he's maintained that profile and maintained the elements of the dart, and then upgraded it with a different grip. As we know before, though, Peter won his original world championship with razor edge darts, but it seems now the diamond's in favour. But we know he's looking to push the boundaries on this. So again, steel soft tip, 2 different versions, gold and black. absolutely stunning darts. The control and feel you get is fantastic from them. So the next version we wanted to do was a shirt to celebrate. What better way to have a fan bit of memorabilia in dart shirts? They sell brilliantly all over the world, especially with events and people wanting to feel that snakebite effect. This one is the sort of wick cool moisture material management that all good dart shirts are made from these days. We've made it with the double world champion logo, nice coverage on the back, and it's a really comfortable fit. I was 6'2", I'm roughly around that. It's a large shirt for me. I used to be able to fit a medium, but I can't anymore. It's a very comfortable shirt. So yeah, that one's out there now as well. The next one, then, this is probably my favorite product here. This is the surround with the snakebite eyes. Darts has changed so much. There's so much of a lifestyle and an expression of who people are, what they want to be. And they want their setup. People want a dart setup to look good. And how good does that surround look? You've got that in your room, snake eyes looking at you, looks absolutely fantastic. We've also then moved on as well. We've brought out a Snakebite Case, double world champion logo. This case is for anyone who travels around and can, darts cases get battered. Most people, we have specific slots so you can keep the flights on in the case, and a pouch to pretty much throw everything in. Because when we talk to the guys who travel, where they've won or lost, they chuck it all in, zip it all up, and off they go. So it's a good size. It's not too big, easy to travel with, hard wearing, and obviously branded with Peter's logo on there as well. So we've enjoyed developing that one for Peter. So we move on, and again, what better material to work with? You can't have any than Peter. He will change his shafts, his flights, and he wants new designs all the time. He'd have new ones daily if we could. So we've launched a massive collection of flights, 100 micron, so that's extra thick. It's extra thick, not the 150 micron. So just as a quick background, flights come in 3 variations, which is 75 micron, which is what we call standard. Then you get thick flights, which are 100 micron, and then extra thick are 150. So what we see in the marketplace is about 95% of use now is 100 micron, and that's including professionals. Gezzy does play with the 75 micron. He's the only one we have that uses the slightly lighter. And for him, that's about speed through the air and the way his setup is. For everyone else, it seems the 100 micron gives that stability, especially if conditions change, breeze or whatever. So the market is just dominated by 100 micron. So we've probably got 15 new designs. One of the interesting ones we brought out this year is a free flow style, which is based off a French curve, an archery style. So this is an advanced kite style, if you like. So we wanted to bring the surface area into the flight, but with a little bit more slim profile. So you're still getting the stability that a standard flight would give you, but with potentially a little bit more speed and a feeling a bit more direct to the board. So we've got a couple of variations with these for Snakebite, and they look absolutely wonderful. So we'll launch all of the products after, so you can see them whichever suits you. So they'll all be across all our social media channels and obviously on the website, so you can have a look there. So get a bit more granular. Points have evolved. I've been in the darts industry sort of 20 years, and back then it was silver or black, 33 millimeters. That was it. Nowadays there must be 500 or more different points on the market, and the demand for these points of different points for different players is growing all the time. It's been led by the professional game, and so we're trying to develop points that the professionals use that can help your game. So we've looked at a Raptor style point for Peter. It's a different profile. You won't be able to see it this close up, but we'll get some close pictures on social. But this has been added with rings for people who feel the finger at the point where the dart meets the barrel as well. But it's the profile and balance Peter wanted. Now, being honest, for me, it's probably a bit advanced for me, but I can see why the difference in length affects how a dart throws, the thickness and how it feels in the end. So this Raptor point, designed by Peter, it's taken us a while to get it exactly right. A couple of versions on the market he's got, but this is the latest one. And yeah, it'll, if anything, it makes your darts look that little bit better as well. Shafts, again, another area really exploding in options for everyone, and it's hard to know what suits your game. But the key to any shaft for you and everyone is the right length first. What length suits your game? So we've got this in short and medium, and it's now branded, it's a Nitrotech shaft with the metal cap and obviously Snakebite logo. So you can customize your darts to fit that with the double world champion, 2 rings on the end. Stunning shaft, but in its construction, very solid, very firm feeling as you throw the dart. No give in this shaft at all. But what is clever, the profile on the end to prevent the bounce out. So this has been streamlined for that reason. If you look at dartboard technology now, it's so good on the premium art boards, Blade and Winmore boards especially. What is more an emphasis now is how do you reduce the dart on dart bounce out? Well, one of the ways, again, is to have more of a kite so that you get the profile less coming in, or the other way is to reduce the chamfer here. So Nitrotech Snakebite shafts, we'll put all the details on the web view after. So that's pretty much it. We have got a flight pack as well that's on offer. We'll bring everything all out. We hope you enjoy the collection. It does take a massive amount of effort, including work with Peter, all the design teams, production teams to put a collection together. We are sorry Peter can't be here today and you've had to put up with me, but he's travelling up to the Premier League, or down I should say, because they're in London tonight. So we're hoping Peter may actually be throwing these tonight with a silver front. So who knows, but we wish him all luck tonight. Here's the collection. Thank you for your time.